Hello.
Hello. Well, up a little bit, Ian.
We'll change that. We'll change that in a second. Good day, good morning, hello. Welcome to our workshop and our channel. My name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
And together we are Bars and Bells on YouTube. And this is our Your Body and the Bike Bits workshop for mobility and strength on and off the bike. Before we get into our bikes or our bodies, that is, let's tell about ourselves and our bikes. As I said, my name is Ian. Yesterday we went for about a 25-kilometer ride through the city running errands, and it was lovely. We are cruising type of commuting cyclists. Good day, good day. Hello, please feel free to use that chat feature. So we are cruising / commuting cyclists. I have owned a road bike at one point in time when we started dating. I had a brand new sweet bike. Lauren had tube shifters and the chain fell off, and it created more problems than it did enjoyable experiences. But maybe one day we'll get back to the road bike.
Tube shifting and climbing a hill is not me.
Until then, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you're a new member, and let's listen to what Lauren has to say about the bicycle.
The bicycle. Well, I just got a new bicycle from Speed River Cycle, and it's so beautiful. It's matte black. I know the colors don't matter, but really, let's be serious. I hadn't had a new bicycle in over 15 years, and this is these kind of shifters, the pokey ones, and this one. And it has disc brakes. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so about our biking, we like to bike. I can beat Ian up a hill. I can beat him on a flat, especially with this bike.
I have a freewheel right now.
But we're not going to give you advice on how to sit appropriately on your bike and be fitted. That's not our realm of specialty. So you figure that out. We're going to help you continue biking for a long time.
And exploring your body in any position.
Okay.
And we would like to start with our feet. We'll come into our breath in a second here. We're going to start right at our feet. Who gets crampy feet when they bike? Who gets all these foot ailments when your foot is locked into a position for any extended period of time? We want to talk to the small things that make up our feet, which are our toes, as well as the ankle. Toes first. If you're sitting, great. If you're not, grab a quick seat. You can do it from standing too. Look at your big toe on one foot. I'm going to look at this one right here. And can you keep 4 toes heavy and lift up 1 toe? Lift and spread. We like to hold that for 10 seconds. Just going to say hello. Good morning, good morning. So we're lifting up that 1 big toe and holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then placing it down. Repeat the other 4 toes, same activity. So we're going to stay heavy through the big toe and lift and spread those other 4 toes for 5, 4, 3, and place them down. Relax that foot, switch feet. Same thing other side. Sitting tall if we can, heavy through the outside of this foot as I try to lift my big toe. And I'm going to lift for 9, 8, 7, 6. That's my lacerated tendon, so it's a little bit tougher to get turned on. And down. Repeat the other 4 toes on that same foot, heavy through the big toe as we lift those outer 4 toes for 3 more seconds and place them down. Let's come back to that original foot. Same but different. Keep your big toe heavy, lift up your other 4 toes. Place your pinky finger, pinky toe, onto the ground. Then place the ring toe. Then place the middle toe, then that index toe, and your big toe is down. Now in reverse, pick up your big toe, pick up your index toe, picking up your middle toe, your ring toe, your pinky, and then place them all down and shake and wiggle that out.
Could you do that?
Repeat on the other side. These drills, again, are very simple. They do take time to establish these pathways, but create tension. So when we're pedaling, when we're doing these things, they can handle this tension we're asking our feet to do. Other side, same thing. Stay heavy on the big toe. Lift up the outer 4 toes. Place that pinky toe down first. Then place that ring toe down second.
It's harder for me.
Placing that middle down next. Then placing that index heavy through the big toe. Now we'll lift up off that big toe, lifting up on that index toe, middle, ring, pinky, grip them all back down again, and then a little bit of a wiggle, curl, get away from that.
So the other thing you'll notice that we're doing a lot of is we're doing a lot of things you can't do on the bicycle. The opposite of what you do for hundreds of kilometers. So you keep your toes nice and tight in those little shoes, we're trying to move them. So think of that as we go too.
And as we're developing the curriculum or the activities we wanted to share with you today, we talked about cross-training. And what is cross-training? Cross-training is doing the things that you're not going to do on the bike, which could include opening feet, and then if we continue that, to the hands. If we hinged on the hips, what a hinge could look like here would be here. Avoiding this posture as much as possible.
Bicycle posture.
So with the palms up, we'll do the same thing quickly at the hands as we did with the feet. Can we take the pinkies, we'll do both sides this time just for efficiency. Both pinky fingers, could they flex and touch the center of your hand? 3, 2, 1, then extend. And try the same thing with the middle finger. And it's amazing the difference.
Ring finger.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, ring.
You said
Ring. Oops. It's amazing what the difference with closed eyes can do. It can make you think that your ring is your middle is your ring. So here I go in my middle then, as I flex or bend on that middle knuckle.
Most people have good control of this one.
Most often it's the other way though, but yeah. And then our flexion on the index finger, and then back to center, and that thumb. And then we can do that slow, we can do that fast. Let's just come all the way back one at a time and play with that.
Oh.
Nice and control. So some of these things you could do on the bike. You just white knuckle the hill. Oh my goodness, that was a treacherous type of driving. Whoa, just getting some of that blood going and shaky kind of stuff could help you on the bike. But also train that outside of the bike event. Continuing, the wrist, Lauren, right?
Yeah.
Fists or straights?
Let's do fists. First, we're going to open them up on the floor. So we're going to do some wrist circles here, opposite of holding your handlebars in a strict position. Start with fists, palms face up, and forearms face the ceiling, or the underside of your forearm, if you will.
Pulse side.
Put a cell phone on each forearm. They're very expensive, don't drop them. From here, let's just explore the directions our wrist goes. They go into extension first, which is pulling them down, creating that angle there. And now flexion, where you pull your wrist towards you. As you're pulling your wrist towards your face, check out the creases just below your wrist and try to make those creases relatively straight. They are a little angled, but I don't want that cocky-eyed wrist there, so pull straight in. Okay, back down to our extension again. Now come to a neutral wrist. We're gonna go flat, radial and ulnar deviation. So all that means is you're gonna bring your pinky towards your elbow. So you're pulling your wrists in.
Radial deviation. And
then you're coming back to center. And then thumbs towards the outside. And you'll notice there's not much out there, and that's okay.
Radial deviation.
Back to center. Check the textbook later. All right, we're gonna go both at the same time. Don't screw it up. Don't drop your cell phones either. First, into your extension. We're gonna draw both circles towards the midline. So both hands are going towards center. Pinkies are coming towards the center. As they pull up, they're gonna come to about flush or flat with the floor. I'm gonna start pulling my pinkies towards my face into flexion, so my wrists are bending. And then I'm gonna pull through center to pull those on straight. I'm gonna come out to the thumb side over there as far as I can go. And I'm gonna keep pushing out, keep pushing out, keep pushing out. It's lots of work. Into my extension, and then back to center. Now let's go to the thumb side. So flexion first of those wrists, sorry, extension. Thumb side, start scraping at that outside circle as you're pulling your hands towards your face, still reaching with your thumb side.
Keep that pinky
pulling
tight
all the way in. Then in towards center. Don't tip your cell phones here. Center, and then pulling back down into our extension. Slowly let that go and shake it off. Be loose, be tight, but be able to be loose.
So again, being able to take that extension, that tension that we might jam ourselves into on that bike, prep the joints in the extension. We hope that feels both stretching and fatiguing. Try to have the best of both worlds on those two attributes as we do our drills.
Let's come back up to our head neck here and move it. Be a good idea, wouldn't it? Gently tuck your chin towards your chest, making a couple triple chins, pushing the top of your vertebrae behind you. Keep tucking your chin. Now take that chin and scrape it along a collarbone towards the shoulder, like you're sniffing your armpit. Gently roll your ear towards your shoulder and just pull your head back up to center. Great. Gently tuck your chin, go back down, chin towards sternum. Take your chin, scrape it on a collarbone like you're going to sniff your armpit. Ear tips to shoulder. Pull that head back on straight. All right. From here, we're going to this time rotate our head to look at that shoulder. Gently chin to shoulder like you're sniffing again. And you're going to scrape back to center. Head pulls back up to center. Left side shoulder check. Chin comes down. Scrapes down to center. Keep your shoulders down. Scrapes down to center. Head chin tucked. Pulls up straight.
So yesterday we were biking, as I mentioned, and I'm not always in front, but when I am, I'm checking to see the cars and checking to see Lauren. I'm looking over that left shoulder a lot. I was doing things evenly. I was then looking over my right to balance it out, looking for balance in my cross-training pursuit here. I wasn't doing it to spot cars, but just to check. Just to check.
You crazy. All right, we're going to continue prepping for stretching our wrists again on the floor for future exercises because we're going to do some strength later and we'll see some push-ups. So we need to prep those wrists. Hands on the floor.
This wrist extension position, be careful, be patient.
Yeah, be gentle on this. Rotate those elbow pits forward as best as you can. Keep your shoulders pulled down. And again, just start with some light circles. Oh yeah, that was last hour. Sorry, you guys haven't done this yet. Start with some circles in the shoulders to create shoulders in the wrist. Switching directions there, thinking about where the weight's distributing. Is it through your fingers and the whole hand? Trying not to just put weight into that wrist joint. Great.
You can modify these on a wall if we needed to as well.
We'll quarter turn just to check it out. Quarter turn again, shoulders pulled down. Try to rotate those elbow pits forward or those blood donations. Pull your shoulders down and gently rock side to side. When you get over there, use your fingers to push you back. Get over, fingers push you back. One more time each side. Seeing how that is. I'm a little tighter on my right. I don't go as far. Come up. If you can sit like this and shake it off. If this is not the position for you.
Feet, Lauren's feet are like this. Yeah. We'll get into the ankles in a second.
We'll do that later, so just save that. One hand goes normal. Let's do one at a time. I know what your wrists are like. Rotate fingers to face your knee. One hand is flat, both hands are flat, shoulder pulls down. So, bottom side of my forearm is face out, donation forward. I'm sitting back and feeling a stretch through this part. I could do both at the same time, depending. If you're doing a single, switch hands. If you're doing a double, or, well, even if you're doing a single, push those pinkies down, all those fingers into the floor. Let's gently bend our elbows and peel that up.
Nice.
That's nice.
There are more exercises that we can get into those wrists, but again, if we're doing our pushing up or planking holds for core strength, we want to make sure that those wrists are okay. Those contact points with the bike, our wrists, our bum, we'll get into those hips in a second.
Ankles.
And our feet, you know it.
Ankles.
So for the feet again, we're going to get on the floor and do our ankle circles on the floor.
So I just think it's fascinating. Our wrists are like our ankles.
The wrists are the bunny
our
joints.
hips, our shoulder. It's just mind-blowing.
So think of that nice contact point, the articulations you get at the wrists, to do the same things at the feet. I'll do my quarter turn, and Lauren's there with a nice ankle.
I don't.
Yep.
All right, ankle circles. I thought we were doing your ankle. Oh, okay, we're gently flexing first. Sorry, bend your knee all the way closed. Fully close your leg. Now, gently extend at the knee, gentle. Yours might not go as straight, and that's okay. Just easy on that. Now point your foot and see if you can get a little bit straighter.
Cyclists, cramp, do you?
And then maybe pull your foot towards your shin. Maybe point your foot again. Come to just a neutral foot and close at the knee. Close your leg all the way closed. Really tighten up that knee, flex it, flex it, flex it. And then one more time to straighten. Let's try to straighten that hamstring one more time to your straight, pulling the foot towards your shin, pointing away. Stay in this pointed, grab behind the knee, and get a leg position that's comfortable. You can also do this seated too. Point your foot away like you're pointing at noon on the clock. Okay, it's noon on my clock. I'm going to start drawing my circle clockwise towards 1 o'clock. As I'm drawing my circle, I'm taking my time. Notice my toes are pretty quiet. They're not all crunchy and pointed or going in all different directions. They're just quiet. I'm only at 3 o'clock on my clock, so if you're going any faster, slow down. 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Pull that ankle on straight. Start going out towards 7. Don't let your knee shift. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great. Let's go counterclockwise from that noon o'clock towards 11. I'm trying to reach and really draw all the edges of this circle with my ankle joint. I'm on 6 o'clock here. I'm coming over towards 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, I love that one.
Where do you love it or hate it? Where do you love it or hate it?
Now, before we switch ankles, point that foot. Try to straighten the knee even more. Keep the knee or the leg where it is, but try to flex the foot.
Oh.
Ho, ho, ho. Keep that flex foot, and then bend at the knee all the way to closed.
And relax.
And relax.
In all of these exercises, we're looking to create tension. When we're biking, we need to be in that right gear. We need to be in a tense moment. If there's slack on your chain, slack on your brakes, it becomes less predictable. We're trying to reinforce our systems here with tension. Straighten your knee, articulate that ankle with tension. Ready?
Right. Yeah, that's why I'm sweating. Bring your knee up, or flex your hip. Grab behind your knee, gentle again. Slowly, your first straighten of the day likely, so just be nice. Pull your foot towards your shin.
And legs are heavy, so be careful here too.
Point away. Keep that pointed foot, try to straighten a bit more. And then close the leg, keeping your pointed foot. With tension, using your hamstring or the back of your leg to close all the way. Flex your knee as much as you can. 3, 2. Now, point again, or straighten the knee. You're straight. Hold it. One more pull towards shin with the foot. One more point. Grip behind the leg for easiness.
So this is where Lauren is trying to straighten her knee, and we're allowing my flex leg here, containing the knee joint.
And I could do this if I wanted to, but it's a better angle for you. Pointed foot. This leg, I'm going to start going, well, we did clockwise, so we should do clockwise first. So I'm at noon. I'm going to start drawing this foot towards 1 o'clock on the clock.
Outside?
Well, it depends on what foot you're on. Clockwise is clockwise, though. 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Oh, these toes aren't quiet. 6 o'clock. I'm looking at my ankle joint, thinking about my ankle doing the rotation, not my toes, not my knee. I'm coming up to 11 and 12 o'clock on my clock. Counterclockwise from the noon towards the 11, the 10, the 9, no twisting, 6 o'clock, all the way to 3, 2, 1. Relax.
We did dorsal plantar.
We did.
Your crazy
We tried to straighten.
Crazy hard
We
dorsal.
tried to straighten our knee one more time. Then we pulled our foot towards our shin. And we kept that foot. And we close our leg all the way closed. And we rested.
And we relaxed.
Great.
We took our time. We did our floor preps for the wrists. We talked those ankles, those contact points with the bike. It's not again to say that during your bike ride you're supposed to think of where your ankle is, although maybe you could according to your coach. But be strong in all positions. It doesn't matter where you are. You have your power and you have your ability to be there.
Standing up.
I personally think cycling is awesome. I think cyclists as well kind of have no shame. They wear funny outfits and they look so silly when they walk.
Nice
So
socks.
cyclists shouldn't have any problem doing some of our silly walks.
Nice.
Our silly walks could be some of the following.
The blood is flowing.
A heel, great.
Hopefully inside.
Working too hard.
Some silly walks. So now we're going to make our ankles do work instead of just move in circles.
Move in circles.
All have a sip.
The balance, the strength, and the Achilles, the strength that we need in this Achilles tendon to transmit power to the bike, super important. Heel to toe. We'll start simple and advance as we go. Heel strike, and find that pinky side of the foot first. Pinky, ring, middle, index, big. Think of that pattern as we go through. Use the back foot to push off. Be careful, cyclists. Be careful, cyclists. Love this, hate this, be patient. Point through the foot. Flex over the back foot. And maybe you don't have a great visual on that one. We'll get you one in a second. And then back over the toes. Press that back heel to the floor by straightening the leg. And then push off. Flick the toes. Carry that heel strike through. So again, we repeat with the heel strike. Pinky side of the foot on a weight transfer. Articulate pinky, ring, middle, index, big. Roll over the back foot the way Lauren is showing there. Flexing back over the toes. Pulling this heel down by extending the hip. And then pushing, pulling through. Repeat that twice more, once each leg. Pinky side, roll through. Push off that back foot, pulling to center. No one likes knees out on a bicycle, so keep your knees in a straight line here as you push back to the foot. And then pushing off, and the final one carrying through. Heel strike, pinky, roll across. Pull in the midline, roll over the back foot toes, push back. And then have a little shake.
Might have done that one.
Shaking out.
Just the last one.
Shaking out. There's extensions to all tasks, there's regressions to all tasks. Please feel free to use the balance aid as you need. An extension on that simple heel toe is to find a single leg balance in the middle. Roll, heel, pinky. You're on both feet. Push to the toes. Stiff leg. Carry the other leg through. Slow and control. Lower the heel and a heel strike in the front. Pinky articulate through. Both feet. Stiff leg, roll through. Heel, pinky, roll across. Balance on a stiff leg. Carry a straight leg through. Lower with control. Heel, pinky, articulate. Back up to the toes. Carry a leg through. Slow and control down, and make it challenging always. Last one. And again, a little bit of a shake up. That's a nice silly walk. Silly walks, we'll come back to those in a second. Also to talk about our shoulder prep here. So I'm going to get into lunge position or kneeling, and Lauren will take us through our shoulders here.
All right, our blades, our shoulder blades, they do 4 motions. Hands at your side, keep them on the seams of your pants the whole time. Our blades go up into your ears, and our blades pull down. This is elevation, pulling them up. This is depression, pulling them down. Think about an orange juicing in your armpit down there. Feel those lats. Now just bring them to neutral. Your blades also protract or come around the front of your body. Notice my arms followed a little bit, but my hands didn't come to the front. They're still in the seams of my pants. Then my blades pull back together, and it's like I pinch a pencil between them. My blades protract or come forward, and my blades retract to pinch back. Let's do all 4 of those motions together in a circle. We'll elevate our blades, we'll retract or pull them back together, we'll depress, pulling them down, we'll protract, pulling them forward, same direction, up, back, down, forward, up, stay, forward and down, backwards, up, forward, protract, depress, retract, elevate. One last time, protract, pull them down, retract them, pull them up, let them relax.
Excellent. So again, in prep for this workshop, I thought it must be a must-see experience for Lauren to finally see Monty Python's Ministry of Silly Walks. I fell asleep early. She did. None of our walks will look quite that silly, but sometimes they do. Yes. Sometimes they do.
Silly.
So our final silly walk today, we have more, but more will kind of share with us one of her other favorite silly walks.
Well, that threw me under. I don't know one. Oh, I thought
Toe heel.
toe heel. Point to that front foot. Keeping that front leg straight, slowly crush a pop can under your heel.
Arch
your
Achilles.
heel down.
Arch Achilles.
Bend through those back toes, push off the floor, point. Toe touches, then the ball of my foot touches. I keep my knee straight and I crush a pop can. Bend my back knee, bend my back toes, point through, point. Toes, ball, pop can, crushing. Last time, bend back foot, point through, toes, balls, crush.
Excellent.
Who's Godzilla?
Progression's regression. Holy cow, I think I need to find some tension. Find some tension first. Try the more challenging version as you need. The more challenging version, again, will be that single leg weight transfer. We're thinking toe heel all the time. I'll start back here. Point with Lauren's straight foot, as she said. Toe to full foot. Transfer weight to both toes. Take the back leg, slight bend if you need to clear as it comes through. From here, pull yourself down. The back foot stays off the floor. The front foot stays heavy. Then press back up to the front foot. Carry the back leg through. Toe, pulling down. The back toes stay down. The heel on the back leg stays up. And press to both balls of feet. Carry the back leg through. Toe, pull down to a full foot. The back knee will bend, the front leg stays straight. And last repetition, we'll balance in. We'll go back up to the tips of toes. Carry a straight leg through. Toe, heel, and pull down.
Great.
Other versions of our silly walks, again, create that resilience and weirdness in the ankles to tolerate any kind of time or durations of cycling as you need. We went through that silly
We want to do a forward fold. They said they wanted to do a forward fold.
Fold.
I heard it. This is going to be lovely.
Maybe use a wall here as well.
Let's be gentle. We're exploring our forward fold because later when we get to our strength portion, we're going to be doing some push-ups and we'll be up and down. In our forward fold today, we're going to do our full vertebrae. So there's a wall behind me. I'm going to gently tuck my leg flush, like Ian's walnut as well. Gently tuck your chin and start curling your spine from the top. So you're into your upper back and that's rounded. Then you're in through those ribs. And you're pulling your core and your abs together as you round. Be gentle. If your back is not wanting this today, do not feel pressure to do this. You're rolling down, legs are trying to stay straight. I'm gonna dangle like Raggedy Ann here. Maybe if this is your first forward fold today, you'd like to gently bend one knee and then extend the other, just one at a time here. Hang out for a second. Try to straighten both legs. Gently tuck your chin. start squeezing your butts, and you're gonna start rolling yourself back up. Use your muscles to roll up. Don't just do it aimlessly, wiggly piggly, if you will. All the way up.
We'll come back to that in a second.
That was lovely.
The shoulder blades next. We did the shoulder blades from the ground here with arms at the side. Just like to try the same thing in a hovering position on the floor for a little bit of extra challenge as well. Let's get to the floor through either Lawrence fold or any way that you see fit. I'm going to choose the lunge.
I'm gonna fold again. Whoops, Lauren. I didn't fold it, sorry.
Through my lunge on the floor. From this position again, we're going to talk to the low back first. We haven't really talked to that low back. And again, it's important for our low back to be able to extend and flex. So if we tilted the tailbone towards the ceiling, great. From this position, pull the hands to the knees on the floor. Can you feel your lats engage like here? Can you feel your abs engage for 3 more seconds?
Am I tucking under?
And relax the tension. Did you move? Hopefully not too much. But now, create the same amount of tension by pulling the hands and the knees together. Talk to your abdominals on the front and pull the belly button or the lumbar spine to flex, but don't move through the ribs. And gently extend the tailbone. Repeat for 3 or 4 more times here.
So we're tilting our tail to the ceiling and then using our core to tuck our tail underneath us. Only moving your pelvis here. We'll do a similar drill like this on your back too.
So pull down,
underneath,
tucking under, extension through, and maybe the final one here, pull, to tuck under, extend, and gently get off those hands in a tall kneel for a second. And shake that out. Woo! See the difference between pulling with tension, that's that, and dumping. When we're on that bike again, you want to be locked into that position with your strength and not the vulnerable, desperate, low back. Stay strong, please. The low back tilts from the back then.
Mm-hmm. So lying on our back here, similar idea, just giving you a little bit of different feedback. Actually, you just be the model, Ian, and I'll talk you through. So lying on the floor on your back here.
Your arms here.
Yeah, your arms there. Or just put them out in a T. There we go. Your arms at your side, but so you can see Ian's pelvis. Let's do this. Feet are flat on the floor. I want you to tilt your low back so you create space between your low back and the floor. Create a tunnel under here.
Call that our rib flare.
So right here, you can see I can reach under here. His t-shirt's just loose. Now he's going to use his core and tuck and squish that back to the floor. Bracing abs and still keep breathing. Create some tension there, tight a little bit, slowly ease off of that, and untuck your low back, so creating that tunnel or that rib flare again. Let's do that again. Tuck the low back to the floor. We do this drill just to give you feedback about what that tail and pelvis, how it should actually move and not just in space. Last 1 or 2 there.
Muscles need that tension
and right
to remember what to do.
Abs, and he can talk still. Good.
Ooh.
Now let's just ease off that, but stay on your back. Keep your knees bent. Put your hands at your sides of your body. Now, keeping what we just did in mind in our rib flare, we don't want a rib flare. So let's gently tuck our chin and kind of connect our ribs and hips. Oh, keep your head down though. There. Arms are going to start to come up over chest. Palms will face each other. We're going to do a light pull over. That means our arms are going to come overhead. You go to your overhead. Doesn't need to be Ian's overhead. Palms are facing each other. Shoulders are pulled out of their ears. Keep your shoulder blades there the whole time. Lats engaged. Low back is relatively tight to the floor, so you're not smashing it into the floor, but you're not letting your ribs flare off because that's faking your overhead extension. Low back tucks. As you start lifting or raising your arms towards overhead. Keep that chin tucked. Keep that back touching the floor lightly, especially here. I shouldn't be able to get a foot under there, let's say. Okay, you found your overhead. Pull your shoulder blades out of your ears again. Engage your lats. Squeeze an orange in your armpit and pull those arms back up to center. Let's do that one more time. Retuck hips, engage core, keep your ribs from flaring, slowly raising your arms towards overhead. Check in, things are still touching the floor. I'm not arching my back to fake that extension. And then pull those arms back to where you got them.
Where do you often feel this the most?
My upper back.
Yeah.
I need to make a minor note here. Ian has good mobility. Sometimes we'll see humans lie on the floor, bring your arms back up, and their head can't touch the floor. They have this kind of chin lifted thing. If you're getting this and it's hard for your head to touch the floor, just put a little pillow under your head. I'm sorry, I should have said that earlier.
Head in line with your spine.
Great. From there, we're going to flip back over and do our upper back extension.
Ooh.
So we just moved our low back. That was our pelvis, right? We just moved that. Now, I can't do that. Now we're going to go into your upper back.
We forgot to get down.
This is a hard thing to see. So think about it. Coming to all fours again, so you just had to flip over.
So Lauren's going to be quiet for a second.
Lauren's
We're going to do this twice. I recommend that you watch this version as we demonstrate with Lauren first, and then I'll perform it after for clarification. The movement that we're looking for through this upper back will be much smaller than your conventional yoga class. We're containing the strength, containing the strength in the low back, the stability you want here, and the upper back. We're not really doing too much with the low back. We're looking to move through the rib cage. I'll take a dowel in this instance here and place it on her L-spine, low back, and it might start to just get to the bottom of her rib cage right now. Maybe, because Lauren's looking great here, to the T-spine or rib bra line. From this position, Lauren already has that nice setup we've cued, armpits down. Pull the rib cage down to the hips in a moment. You're following along in a moment, you're watching right now. And from here, I want Lauren to that extension through the T-spine. We're pushing her sternum this ways. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, stay in the position, but chill, relax. Let's look here. Let's look right here. Do your thing up top, Lauren, go. She's extending the upper back and maintaining this beautiful, straight, strong line here. Nothing moves in that low back. 3, 2, coast that tension away. Repeat one more time. Recommit to the floor, pack shoulders, brace core, lumbar stability, upper back mobility. Go, Lauren, 10 seconds. You can see she's shaking. Maybe you can't see that. I can hear the breathing elevate. Take your time. This can be very tough. Find a way to make it tough and relax. So now it's my turn. As you'll see, this is where all of us, whether we're cyclists or handstanders or desk jockeys, we all get locked up in that T-spine.
So, listening to me this time. Hands on the floor.
So now we're following along.
Yes, follow along. Hands are on the floor underneath shoulders. What Ian didn't mention there is chin's tucked, head is neutral the whole time. Right. So I don't want to see you pretending you have so much extension through your upper back because your neck is just cramped. This is just wrong. So tuck your chin. Let's check in with everyone's low back. Right now, we're going to tuck and pull the floor together underneath us, like I could come and kick you in the belly button and it would be braced. So that low back is nice and tucked or neutral, if you will. From there, let's start thinking about where that bra would be, or that
Man's ear.
I don't know how else to describe it. It's just the best place, and most of us know where that is. So we're going to think about that bra. Hey, don't untuck your low back. We're pushing our chest through to the front, not with our head and neck, right? And we're pushing those vertebrae through. For 5, it's like I'm punching you in that upper back, and I'm trying to push those vertebrae to easy off, but don't go anywhere. Okay? Ian's sweating. He always starts sweating when we do this. Retuck hips, low back neutral. Ready? Shoulders down, chin stays tucked. Push through a little bit higher. So we're a little bit above that bra now. We're thinking about those vertebrae just above the bra, and I'm punching your upper back through. 3, 2, easy tension off. Great. One more time. Reset. Shoulders are down. Hips tuck a little bit. Yeah, keep that low back. Watch right here. Don't too much extension there. There we go. We're thinking up here. I'm punching you now between those upper blades, pushing that vertebrae through for 3, 2, easy off, and just gently take a second out of that.
So again, I always love to finish that in extension. Avoid the child's pose. You're in child's pose all the time on your bike, probably. Don't go into child's pose after that. Prioritize that extension.
Great.
So on the bike again and in life, we'll have so many positions. There'll be an arrow position, there'll be a standing position, there'll be a sprint position.
Especially in life, I just
recovery
program like
position.
this.
If we train all positions, we're stronger in all positions. That's the tenet of our practice here today. We get to talk about our hips finally.
We do, but we have one more thing. Our spine does extension and flexion. Our spine also does rotation. So we're going to do a quick rotation, and then we're going to get into our hips. I would say have a seat, because this will block your hips from moving and isolate only that upper or that spine. If you don't want to sit, stand with your feet wider than hip width. That'll also block you a little bit. Hands across chest. Great. From here, you're going to keep feet flat, keep hips pointing forward, find a rotation. So let's rotate to a side. Only that spine moves. Check in with where your nose is. Is your nose still over your belly button, pointing kind of where your belly button is? Or is your nose turned all the way over your shoulder, faking that you can do more? Oh yeah. Now pull yourself back on straight. Rotate the other way. Nose stays. Obviously your head rotates, but your neck doesn't rotate more than your shoulders. Pull yourself back to center.
Can I interject one cue?
Sure.
Grow.
Grow.
Grow. Grow and lengthen out into these stretches here. So I guess we're doing one more each
I don't know how
side.
to grow. I haven't done it.
So that sky's eyeball energy. Shoot energy up into your eyeballs here.
Pull to center. One last time.
Grow. Create room.
Rotate.
Make room.
Rotate. Pull back to center.
And rotation.
Great. Now relax.
The hips, finally.
Now the hips.
Into our hips. Into our hips. The hips have many actions like Lauren described with those shoulder blades. The hips can do many things. Let's start right here. Hips can go in and out, or abduct, abduct. If we go away from our body, bring it in tight. Do the same thing. Away from the body, and bring it in tight. Did your foot stay heavy? Take a note, do that one more time.
Sorry, just show
Try
you.
to keep that full foot heavy and go out. Now lift that foot. You can probably go further. Do both, but for right now, keep the foot heavy, pull to center. Repeat to the other side. The foot stays heavy, and from the hip, we can go out and in. Foot stays heavy, we're gripping the foot with the floor, even that foot, looking great, Lauren. And then pulling in, and repeat that for one more time. Out and away. From this circumstance here, those movements are obvious. They move, they go this way, and they go that way. The hip flexion is going to be obvious, hip extension won't be so obvious. Hip flexion is lifting a knee to the face. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, down. Same thing, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Cycle listen to that one.
I love my hands on what I call our hip holsters. Let's just take these open hands
I just love
and
this.
place them on your hip holsters if you want.
This pose.
Like
I
that.
don't know how I ended
Half celebrating. So it is amazing where your body will find itself as we try this. So same thing again, hip flexion is to lift. And can you feel with that, again, cuff of the hand here, that musculature around the hip that's either allowing or saying, whoa, what's going on here, preventing it from happening. Repeat one more time on the side to even things out.
Noticing keeping that spine extended the whole time.
That's our hip flexion. Excellent. The hip extension is harder. Imagine we had a scale underneath one of your feet. So I'm going to think about a scale, a weight scale being underneath my left foot here. Hip extension is essentially from this position standing up with all of your weight press heavy into this floor. What do you feel the most if your hand is on your hip here? Do you feel the front or do you feel the back? 3, 2, 1, relax. You should feel both. but you should feel the drive or that energy coming from your rear wheel. We're not a unicyclist here. We got
Switch legs.
rear wheel drive. Switch. Oh my goodness, not as strong on this side. Let's go. Pressing down. Can you feel your butt work? Feel your hip trying to lift up. 2, 1. Calm down and relax. Let's repeat that one more time. This is hip extension. Push a foot into the floor. Push heavy into the floor. Push, 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 push. And relax that tension. And return one more time other side. Cramp up. Do you feel your hip flexor in the front? It's not wrong, but feel that glute in the back for 3, 2, and relax that tension. Those are essentially the 4 actions on our hips. Ins and outs, ups and downs.
Let's do them
There's
up.
one more, a rotation. And that's what we're going to get in. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So that's what we're going to get into from standing. These are our hip bars. And
The exercises are
I'll
over
be
here. Ian will be over here. All right. We're going to draw some circles with our hips, but also explore internal and external rotation of our hip at first. Standing tall on your inside leg, I'd recommend hanging onto something so that balance is not your priority here, but your hip is. Straighten out or point one leg to the front. Right now your kneecap is probably facing the ceiling. Keeping your hips level, I want you to rotate your femur in its socket so that your inseam faces me now, or faces the ceiling. So I should see your inner thigh. Now I want to see the top of your thigh, and now I want to see the outside of your thigh, so you're internally rotating. On this internal rotation, make sure you're not hiking your hip. Come back through center, knee to ceiling. Knee turns out or inseam turns up. One more, knee to ceiling. One more internal rotation from out there. Back to center. Now, inseam to ceiling, take that to the side. Now my inseam should be pointing forward, okay? Let's explore internal and external rotation in this position. From here, hide your inseam or turn your knee towards the floor without hiking your hips, so just it in its socket. Rotate it back open, inseam to the front. Hide your inseam, rotate it underneath you, internally rotate, don't hike your hips. Pull back up, open. Now we're gonna hide our inseam and keep it hidden as we draw that circle all the way to the back behind us.
Ian.
Leg is right behind us and straight. Check in, Ian, do a side profile. Make sure your hips are tucked under and you're not arching through your low back.
Rib flare.
Let's just go, we're not gonna do any external from here. We're just gonna pull that leg underneath us. So untuck your toes, keep your knees straight and pull it underneath.
Is that for me?
Yes.
Shoot.
Now, straight to the back. Point your leg, straighten your knee. Start opening up in this circle as you draw around your body. So that inseam is gonna start rotating to the front as it's in that second position to the side. Pull all the way to front with the leg, and then pull that leg right under your body. Great. That leg should feel good, but your standing leg should also feel like it did some work.
Yeah.
Exploring the same thing on the other side. Stand tall on the inside leg, get a nice balance outrigger. Point to the front. Internal, external rotation. Open up, inseam up. Knee to ceiling. Leg turns in or outseam to the front. Open up, I want to see your inner thigh. And then to center, and I want to see your outer thigh. No hiking hips. Show me your inner thigh. Keep your inner thigh forward as we start drawing that circle to the side. Inseam facing forward. Check out your rotations from here. Internal rotation, knee turns down. Femur rotates in. Femur rotates open. Seam to the front of the room. One more time. Femur rotates in. Femur rotates open. Glide half a time more. Femur rotates in. Keep that rotation, take it all the way behind us, keeping your knee nice and straight. Check in again, tuck hips under. Over your toes, pull that leg under you with a straight leg. One last time, point to the back, start the rotation open. I should see your inseam by the time you get to that side position. Stay tall on your inside leg, pull that all the way around to the front, leg stays straight underneath you. Excellent. That's great.
We'll come back to some more of those hip bars in a second. The elbows, those upper body movements. Elbows. I'm going to kneel, Lauren might stay standing. From a kneeling position, we're going to cramp up some tension through the arms here. Extend the elbows, which means cramp up those triceps, and flex, meaning bend the elbow. This is very similar to that buddy joint like the knee. Create tension through the range here. At this point, palms to the face, cramp up your biceps, and the biceps are the brake, the triceps are the drive, and extend those elbows with tension and control through the full range. Repeat. Cramp up the biceps, bring them in with tension. We'll turn the palms to face each other and extend away. And relax. It's an abbreviated version of our elbow drills, all angles, and they're normally the ones that we might not train on the bike.
Great. Strength.
We'll come back to those upper bodies in a second. Just a quick shoulder card.
Okay, quick shoulder card, and then we're going to get into our strength work here. Let me talk about that after. Shoulder, go.
The shoulders. So I'm going to return to that lunge position here. Sorry for that interruption there. And just gently doing our same thing at our shoulder as we explored at our hip. The rotations, the front, the side, the back position. Shrug a shoulder casually, retract your shoulder blade, and drive it down from your armpit. Reach a straight arm towards your forward. Is the elbow straight? Your forward or this 90-degree chest height might go higher. Once you're at your safe height, rotate or turn the thumb down as you reach that arm out to the side. And from the side, it'll turn around to extension in the back and pull a straight arm to your sideline. Repeat in reverse. A shrug, a retraction, a down through the armpit, extension through the shoulder to the back. Pull your armpit down as the palm turns towards the ceiling here, and continue to pull down on this lat armpit as you return our arm overhead and down. And relax. Upper body for cyclists, just move. You might not want to carry the load, the time, that's fine, but move those shoulders so they don't get locked into any certain position. Straighten the elbow. Ooh, I might need more room. Straighten the elbow and repeat. A shrug, a retract, a down. A straight arm towards overhead. Pull the armpit low. Turn from the shoulder, the palm down. Cramp up that tricep, nice extension through the triceps or the elbows here. As you reach around back and pull a straight arm to your side. Shrug. Return your shoulder back and down. Extend the shoulder to the back. Turn the palm to the ceiling, keeping the armpit low. And pull on that armpit to return an arm towards your safe overhead. And on that lat, juice in the orange, like Lauren said, continue to press and pull down.
Excellent.
And relax. And now those fall moves. I'm excited for those all
Great.
too. Oh, you want
that? So we have a couple strength exercises we wanted to get through. So everything we just did was kind of mobilizing all of the joints, strengthening it in new ranges, but mobilizing now we want to strengthen some things. So we're going to start with our ankles. You want to face sideways?
Yeah.
Both feet point forward. From here, we're just going to bend our knees and push our knees over our toes, noticing that Ian's upper body is nice and straight, like he's against a wall there, he's not tipped forward. Push your knees over your toes, stand up tall, squeeze your butt, pull your kneecaps up. Do it again. Push your knees over your toes, stand up tall, straighten. All right, let's go. Knees over toes again. Could you roll up to your toes? Pause, 3, 2, heels go back down, legs straighten. Repeat, knees over toes, roll up, stay there this time, stay. Can you straighten your knees? Hold, everything straight for 3, 2, control the down, keeping your knees nice and straight. One more time, that move. Knees over toes, roll up to toes, stand up tall, squeeze your butt, keep your knees straight, 5-second descent, 4, 3, 2, down. Reverse it. Go up tall, straight legs onto your toes. Knees come forward over your toes.
Crush down that tension to the
heels stay up.
Balance.
Push your heels down. Extend at the knees. Up to toes. Knees over. Push your heels down. Extend at the knees. One last time. Up.
Oh, my bum come out there.
Knees over. Heels down. Stand up. Great. Mixing that with one push-up. Now, we've been watching a lot of YouTube lately.
We have.
Really fun channels out there. We really like the Global Cycling Network. I believe it's GCN.
Yeah. Lots of great content.
Really fun content.
Push-ups and cyclists. If we've
You guys
seen
suck at push-ups.
if we've seen cyclist videos on YouTube for some cross-training, some upper body strength, generally the push-ups are very poorly done. The biggest thing is the shoulders being up. The shoulders being up. We need to keep those elbows lower than 45. They might be tight, they might be out, but by no means they need to be up here. That plank position, let's just get on the floor and we'll cue the plank position first and we'll explore push-up as we go through here.
The other thing I would say is the chicken neck. We gotta watch out for that. So we're in our plank first. Are we in our plank or push-up position?
No, seems.
Mine's different. Plank or push-up? Push-up position. Get in your push-up position right now. Butt high, in line with the rest of your body. Squeeze your butt. Now, where is your head? If I put a broomstick on your back, it would be touching your butt, your upper back, and your head. Hold this position. Now tell me you can do 50 push-ups like this. All right, keep that position. Slow descend. Oops. Slow descend to the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7. Everything touches at the same time. 4, 3, 2. All the way down. Same position. Up is one unit. Tuck your hips. Sorry, brace your abs. Tuck your chin. Up is one. Untuck your knees. Lift, and maybe you fold up. Back up again.
You could do push-ups for volume. I would advocate that we do push-ups for time and tension for our core strength. Slowly lower, slowly raise, maintain your breath. We had our ankles, the movement clock, yes. So we'll finish our movements here with our movement clock, our hips tracking center. For a quick moment, could we pivot? I'm gonna stay standing on my right leg. I'm gonna go face more to the new corner. And then come back to center. Repeat. Cramp up your standing leg.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, I went to the other side.
And down. Same side, one more. Same side, and center. Repeat to the other side. Cramp up your standing leg. Toe heel absorbing on the movement clock to center. Repeat. Cramp up your standing leg. Open. Cramp up your standing leg. And together. That is important that we can rotate off of this leg to find a new corner. The next part of this drill, the hips will not change, and the leg that stays still will do the bending. My leg on the left is going to reach back towards Lauren. Tracing the floor, I'll bend my standing leg knee, and I'll reach back to Lauren and cramp up nice and tall in this extension. Repeat 2 more to that same corner. Reaching back, keeping these hips forward, tracking our knees and toes, and in, and repeat. To the side, check, hold, balance, together. Repeat 3 to the other corner. Pulling up, creating tension, reaching out, pulling in strong. Reaching out a diagonal, keeping our hips level, cramping up with your strength, and our final repetition, level hips, reaching diagonally, and back to center. And let's repeat with a push-up. Forwarding, fold down.
Forwarding, folding.
Forwarding, folding.
Forwarding, folding. Walking yourself up to a push-up position.
Yeah.
My hands are slightly wider in my push-up position. It's going to depend on arm length and lever length and all that jazz, but the principles that always apply. Butts in line with upper back in line with head. Broomstick touches everything, 10-second descent, 10, 9, keep that tension high, 8, 7, 6, 5, everything lands at the floor, same time, 2, 1. Now pull your shoulders back, tuck your hips under, brace your abs, up, up. Excellent. We have one more strengthening exercise.
While riding on your bike,
Stay with us.
might not be cool to ride on your bike like this. That might need you need a bike fit. Go to a pro. It is important that we do give those adductors or these groin muscles some room to wiggle, to move, or at least explore. And today we'll be doing that in our plie with a balance aid, or not, in the open room, our plies.
Don't worry, plie is just a fancy name for a squat.
Is it better if I go closer or not?
Well, I could do side profile.
Yeah, otherwise it's just
Crotch shot.
a crotch shot. That's not cool. Okay, so feet in parallel, we've explored those fondues and the knee bends in parallel. Let's pivot on the heels, turning the feet out to, again, a first position or a ballet position. Cramp up your bum, straighten your knees, bring your rib cage down, make it work, and tension here. Squeezing your bum more?
Oh yeah.
Me too. From here, my bum is still squeezed, and I'm going to pull apart my knees. Staying nice and tall, as Lauren's demonstrating beautifully there. From here, press or pull those knees back together. Repeat, pulling those knees apart with tension and control. Spread to pull back together. Repeat one more. Pull those knees apart. Hold. This time, could you continue to push down that your heels actually come up? And that might allow you to get lower. We're going to hang out here for 3, 2. Let's get those heels heavy and pull those knees back to standing. From this position, we'll tendu or point and land to what we'll call a sumo or a second position. We'll do 3 or 4 repetitions of our plie or our squat from here. Are you cramped?
No, I'm just feeling my butt.
Feel it?
I was thinking about tucking my hips under.
Great, lots to think about, including tucking under hips. So tuck under hips, cramp glutes. Pull on the floor to create tension to safely get low. From here, cramp up those glutes and squeeze to the top. Repeat. Pulling away, creating tension on both sides of these joints here, and then pressing away to straight. Pulling yourself low with that tension and control, and tension and brace to stand. And repeat one more with the toe balance maybe. Pull yourself towards low, and from here, we find that toe balance, hanging out for 3, 2, heavy through heels, straighten through knees, point, pull, wiggle.
Last push-up to finish out.
One more push-up, we should both do it then.
Yeah, I feel bad about calling it like this. You could destroy me up the hill, I'm sorry.
10 push-ups.
10.
Oops. 10 seconds, 1 push-up. One
Intermittent.
push-up.
Last push-up. Down, no chicken necks, keep your butts up, pull your shoulders down, brace your abs, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down, we'll push you back up. Well, that was a great time for myself. How about you guys?
Yes.
Hope you learned a little bit about your body.
That has been
Yourself on your bicycle.
Yeah, that's been our bodies and your bodies at our workshop. There's a thumbs up button. There's a subscribe button. Thank you so much for your attendance here. Write us a note. Let's ask some questions if you have any, and that could be about anything we talked about today, or anything about wealth, about anything about how sweet your ride is.
What do you like to do? Do you like to climb hills, or do you like to go really fast on flats?
Do you like to cruise around and just do your commute?
Do you like to beat the person in front of you?
See you on your bikes. You know it. We'll be
I was
out
going
and
down
about.
Gordon yesterday on this bike ride of ours. Yeah, we gotta pass these people riding down on their bikes.
Heavy on the brakes.
Heavy on the
hills.
brakes.
Yeah, that thumbs up, thumbs
Yeah.
up, thumbs up.
So we got up to 49 kilometers an hour on the bike on the way down the hill. Good. Good. Nice. 2. Excellent. Yes, we're glad you enjoyed. Thanks for coming. Really,
Yeah,
really.
so we do look forward to having more of these workshops on the weekends, Saturdays or Sundays. Currently, we have a standing appointment for a handstand workshop. We're currently in our 5th week, and it's been a really fun time to progress through our skills. So we do look forward to hosting these workshops. Your feedback is appreciated. If you had any comments, please send them to barsandbells@gmail.com. And at that point, we can get in touch again with how your body is doing, and we'd love to see a little selfie or lifting on your bike
How
ride
those
as
hips
well.
moved.
So keep working on your skills. This link again is good as an archive file as well, so you can come back and cite this anytime that you need.
And we'll see you on Tuesday at 5 o'clock.
So Tuesday at 5.
Is our kettlebell class.
A sweaty start. Good.
Tuesday at 5 is our kettlebell class. So a little more advanced, but you could do it some body weights business there.
So there's always progressions and regressions for our skills. Thank you for sharing with us.
Yes.
Here at Bars and Bells, we look forward to keeping our training simple, staying strong, and seeing you soon in class. Thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday. Have a great day, enjoy your ride, and enjoy another coffee or whatever you get to next. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And if the button worked,
Just gives you one more chance to
it gives
push
us
the
one more
like
chance
button.
to plug a thumbs up.